$300 billion. That's what stress costs American businesses every year.
Stop the madness. There is a way. On-site, off-site, and weekend retreat programs for your employees.
Reach out to our program directors for more info and enjoy this video.
Hi everyone, my name is Allison Sorokin. Today we'll do a short practice for yoga for the low back. The low back seems to be a place of discomfort for so many, and a lot of times it can be the way we carry ourselves, the positions we are in for long periods of time, like sitting or standing for long periods of time. And this practice will help you to find some stretching, some suppleness in the low back area, and also build some strength. So we're going to begin on our backs. For this practice, we will need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use anything such as a book or even cans of soup, and a chair. So on your back, you're going to begin by just allowing yourself to relax. Bringing your hands to your low belly, relaxing the shoulders. And begin to focus on the breath. So often, stress can cause the low back to get tight. So by focusing on the breath, we can increase the relaxation response and suppleness in the muscles of the low back. So begin to take some deep inhales through the nose. And exhale slowly through the nose. Notice if you're holding anywhere, the shoulders tend to rise up. Allow them to relax. Allow the face to relax. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. Feel the rise and fall of the breath all the way down into the low abdomen, feeling the abdomen rise up into the hands. And then in your mind's eye, visualize bringing the breath into the back of the body. Filling up around the low back. Visualize the spine, the discs in between each vertebrae getting larger with each inhale. And the muscles around the spine relaxing with each exhale. Visualization is a great tool for pain. When we can visualize bringing our breath to areas of pain, we have that control. It gives us a sense of comfort, not only for the body but for the mind. On the next inhale, reach the arms overhead, crack the eyes open, just lengthen the arms up overhead. Reach each leg down along the mat, getting a nice long spine, long body. And then bend the knees once more, release the arms alongside the body. And we're going to work on pelvic tilts. So pelvic tilts are really important when creating strength in the spine, specifically the lumbar spine. So first things first, we're going to draw the pubic bone towards the belly button. And then on the exhale or on the inhale, we're going to draw the pubic bone towards the front of the mat. On the exhale, draw it towards the belly button. You should feel the abdomen, the muscles in the abdomen engaging. And on the inhale, we're going to draw it forward. So literally creating a tilt in the pelvis. You can put your hands on your frontal hip points to feel this movement in your body. And just like anything, when we work an area that is not normally worked, we may feel some muscular tension, maybe some soreness. And what is so super important to discern is the difference between discomfort and pain. So often pain can bring up fear that can prevent us from finding more comfort in the body and in the mind. One more pelvic tilt. On the exhale, hold here. Pubic bone towards the belly button. Tailbone is drawing down. Arms alongside the body. You can grab hold of the sides of your mat. Draw the shoulders back. And we're going to do some bridge poses. So the feet are parallel to one another. They're aligned up with the knees. So right underneath the knees. And then from here, keeping that pelvic tilt. This is important. Lifting up, pressing down through the heels, shoulders are on the mat, lengthening the spine, and then exhaling, lowering down with control. Again, inhale, pressing down, and just taking a peek down at your knees, making sure they're not bowing out or caving in. We want to keep them right and long, in line with the hips, and then lowering. One more time. Inhaling, lengthening, holding here, pressing down through the toes, through the heels. Don't move the neck, keeping everything lined up. And then slowly lowering down. From here, draw the right knee into chest, keep the left leg bent. And lower down. Draw the left knee into your chest, hold it in, and lower down. Right knee again. This time we're going to create some movement here. We're going to get some suppleness in the hip flexor. So we're going to bring the knee out and around, almost like you're churning butter. I've never churned butter, but I imagine what this is what it would be like. And then going the other way. So getting real warmth built up in the hip flexor. And you might hear some crunching in there. As long as you're not creating any pain, that's okay. Slowly lower it down. Let's do the other side. Draw the left knee in, bring the knee out, and roll it around. All during this, keep the low back ironed onto the floor, and then rotate the other way. So what happens in the low back, especially if we're sitting all day or driving, is that we are in a position where the back of the body is chronically stretched and the front of the body is shortened. And when the muscles are chronically stretched, they tend to tighten up. So from here, we're going to roll over onto our right side. It's really important to transition into postures slowly and carefully. And then from there, we're going to come on to hands and knees. So on hands and knees, this is a very typical posture in yoga, but it's really important coming back to that pelvic tilt. So the fingers are spread nice and wide. The knees are directly underneath the hips. And then from here, we're going to come into cat-cow. We're going to lift the chest, draw the heart forward on the inhale, tilt the pelvis. Exhale, round the spine, create that rounding in the back, opening up the muscles. Inhale, drawing it forward. And exhale, rounding. And it's important that you go at your own pace of your own breath. Inhale to come forward. Draw the heart forward. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, round the spine, navel to spine, creating space between you and the earth. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. So from here, you're going to grab a blanket or a towel. You're going to place it right on your lap. Have the blocks up at the front of your mat. We're going to come into child's pose. So we're going to place the blanket on the top of our thighs. We're going to widen out the knees, toes come together. And we're going to fold ourselves over that blanket, over the thighs for child's pose. Lengthening the arms forward. Forehead can come to a block or onto the mat. And pausing here, just allowing your body to relax into the pose. Once again, using visualization to bring some awareness to where you're feeling the sensation. If it's in the hips, maybe your hips are tight. So often when we have low back pain, our hips are weak or super tight. When we go into the low back, we exploit the mobility of the back. So breathe into it with each inhale, allowing the muscles to relax just a little bit more, the sit bones to relax towards the heels. And you may find that after you've relaxed into the pose that you don't need the block anymore. And you can place the forehead on the mat. Keep walking the hands forward, lifting the forearms away from the floor. And visualizing the spine being long. And then from here, walk your hands towards your body. Press down into the earth, lifting yourself up. And moving the blanket off to the side. Returning to hands and knees. You may need your blocks, so place them at the top of the mat if you need them. We're going to step our right foot forward. So if you need the blocks, it's totally okay to have them there to give you a little bit more space between the ground and your body so that you can step your foot forward. And then from there, come up onto your knee. Pause. Lifting the left arm up to the sky. And make sure that you may need some padding under your knee, and that's okay. Take your right thumb into your right hip crease. Draw the hip crease down so that you're not bunching up and going into that, shortening the whole right side of the body as you extend through the left side of the body. So from here, we're lengthening up this whole side. And then slowly coming back to center and bringing the hands back to the block, stepping the right knee back, stepping the left foot forward, bringing the hands onto the knee, drawing the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the right arm up, take the left thumb into the left hip crease. Draw that hip crease down as you reach up. So we're going in two different directions here. Fingertips up to the sky, spreading the toes of that left foot that's on the ground, pressing down through the tops of the toes and that back leg. And then finding that pelvic tilt, the tilt that draws the pelvis, the pubic bone towards the belly button. And then from here, reaching forward. Coming back to hands and knees, move those blocks off to the side. We never want to put our full weight into them. Drawing the heart forward, coming back to that cat-cow for a couple breaths, rolling the spine. One more time, inhale, come forward. And exhale to round. From here, come to a neutral spine. We're going to do a strengthening exercise. So we're going to extend back through the right leg. Lift the leg off the mat from the inner thigh. So I don't want to see this. We want to have the outer hip rolling down, extend forward through the left hand. Left hand should be right alongside the ear, navel in, protecting that low back. This strengthens the muscles all along the spine. Take a deep breath in, and exhale to lower left knee, or right knee, left hand. And from here, inhale, come into cap. Exhale, round the spine, cap. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Extend that left leg back. Lift it up, again, rolling the outer part of the hip down so that the inner part of the thigh rises up. Spread the toes, activate the muscles of that left leg. Extend the right arm forward. And breathe, inhale. I like to call this bird dog. I have a dog that is a bird dog. And then slowly lower it down with control. Once again, we're gonna come into that child's pose without the blanket this time. Sitting it back. Reaching the hands forward. Rising slowly back up onto hands and knees. We're going to shift off onto the right hip and turn around. Lie back down. So to lie back down with lots of control, we're going to place the hands behind the knees or behind the thighs, rolling down. So this is my favorite stretch when I'm having any kind of back issues, meaning any muscular pain. So I grab a strap, but you can grab a belt or a towel or a tie. You're gonna bend your knees, feet are on the floor, knees are to the sky. You're gonna extend, you're gonna draw the right knee into the chest. You're gonna place the strap on the meaty part of the foot, so not the arch. And you're gonna extend the foot towards the sky. Hands are on the strap. Relax through the face, relax through the hands. So many times I see people gripping for dear life. So this is just yoga. We're going to allow the leg to straighten out. So that might mean you're here. It's not about getting the foot to the head. It's about extending through the hamstring muscle. And then from here, you're gonna lengthen the opposite leg down. Once again, creating that muscle engagement of both legs. And then from here, you're gonna place the strap in the left hand, take the right thumb, press the outer hip away from you, and then slowly begin to bring the leg across. So this might mean that it only moves an inch for you, and that's okay. What you want is you're gonna get that stretch through the outer right hip and into the low back. So you can stay here as long as you need to, depending on your body. Don't forget to breathe through it, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, drawing the hip down. Exhaling, maybe bringing the leg over just a little bit more. And then inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, bend the knee and place the foot down onto the floor. From here, bring both knees back up towards the sky. Draw the left knee in. Bring the strap onto the meaty part of the foot. Extend the foot to the sky. Draw the back of the shoulders down onto the mat. And then from there, extend the right leg. Place the strap into the right hand. Left thumb draws down the outer left hip. And then with your breath, inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it across. Inhale to extend. Exhale across. Inhale to extend. Exhale across. So what I mean by extend is maybe pressing the foot a little bit harder into the strap and the strap into the foot. And once again, relaxing through the head and the neck, the shoulders. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bend the knee. You can put the strap off to the side and bring both knees to your chest. You can rock side to side for that sacral rock, massaging the low back, doing circles if you need to, if that feels good for you. And then the last pose we're going to do is legs up on the chair. So you can do this on a bed, you can do this against a wall, whatever suits you. So for me, I have a chair here. You can place a blanket on top of the chair so it's not so cold. I'm going to lie down, bringing the hands behind the thighs again. And then from here, just bring both knees to your chest, place the calf on top of the chair, and just shift yourself so that your hips are relatively underneath the knees. And this allows the low back to relax. Place the palms to face up, draw the shoulders back, and come back to the breath. So this is a great posture if you're on your feet all day. It's an inversion where your legs are literally reversing the blood flow in your legs. I also like to put a pillow underneath my hips. That might feel good for you. So you find what works for you. Yoga is not a one-size-fits-all. We make adjustments. You can stay here for as long as you'd like. And for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to turn over, rolling over onto my right side, placing my left hand down, lifting myself up, and coming back to a comfortable seat. So I want to thank you for watching, and I hope that this may help you. I know that it's helped me a great deal. Namaste.